Hey guys, how's it going? So I wanted to tackle another kind of mathy problem in Minecraft today. Before I start, I do want to say I have been working on my Skyblock world. I've just been getting a lot of messages asking me to start that up again, so just wanted to address that. But anyways, today I'm going to be looking at wheat in Minecraft. So obviously, pretty much anyone who's played survival Minecraft has experience with farming wheat. Right now I sped up the game tick speed to 100 times what it normally is, so this stuff is growing 100 times faster than it usually does. But the problem with any wheat farm is that if you want to like harvest it as often as possible to get the most wheat possible. But the thing is, if you wait for all of the wheat to be grown, it's just going to take forever, because like the last 2 or 3 wheat plants take like 10 minutes longer to grow. Like you can see right now, most of it's grown, but there's still some that are like not even halfway done growing yet. It's just kind of pointless and inefficient to wait for those guys. And then on the other hand, if you harvest it too early, so let's just say you're setting up like a timer on these dispensers to harvest it. If you harvest it too early, you may be missing more wheat than, like you may be harvesting a lot of ungrown wheat. So the question I want to ask is just basically, what's the best amount of time to wait to get the most wheat? All this command block does is just plants wheat in the field there. So what I did was, I recorded a video just of all the wheat here growing, and normally it takes about 100 minutes for all the wheat to grow, so it only took about 60 seconds for all this wheat here to grow at the 100 times speed again. Then what I did was I set up a chart here, and I counted at each second in the video how many of the wheat plants were grown. And that's what the green blocks here are. And then I marked off with the coal blocks here 10. So you can see at 19 minutes we had 10 wheat grown. That's how you kind of read the chart. And it goes all the way up to the end here, and after looks like it was 57 to 56 minutes, all of the wheat was grown. I did a few trials. Some of the times it was like 1 minute 10 seconds it took, so one trial should be pretty accurate though. And the next what I did was I just looked at the shape of the green blocks here, and this is pretty close to what's called logistic growth. That's pretty much exponential growth, but it's limited at a max value. So in the case of the wheat, the max value would just be all the wheat plants that you have. So it's like exponential growth, and then once it gets close to that upper value, it kind of slopes off and slows down. And yeah, that's like what I'm saying. You wouldn't want to wait the last like 10 minutes here for just like 3 or 4 plants to grow, when down here, like each minute you have like 4 plants growing. So then what I did was I found an equation, like an exact equation that pretty closely mimics the growth of wheat here. So it's the total number of wheat divided by 1 plus e to the power of negative 0.1x, where x is just the number of minutes that your wheat has been growing, plus 5. And put that in my calculator and use that to figure out at what point the number of wheat grown divided by time was the greatest, because that's the value we're trying to find, right? At what point is like the wheat divided by the time the greatest, because that's what's going to get you the most efficient wheat farm. And what I found was it was between 67 and 68 minutes. So yeah, and that was with an average of about 0.81. I think it was like 0.0867 wheat per minute grown at that point. So yeah, that's the best value I got, and then I just marked that with a red line up there. By the way, the buttons here are the values given by the actual equation here. So the green is the actual amount of wheat grown, and the buttons are the predicted amount of wheat grown. And yeah, so finally I got 68 minutes, so there's your answer. If you're setting up a wheat farm, 68 minutes is the best time to set up for a timer. And then obviously if you want to be efficient, you would want the player to pretty much replant it as quickly as possible. Because I mean, if you harvest it after 6 to 8 minutes and then don't do anything, that kind of defeats the purpose of cutting it off at that point. But yeah, there you go. So if you're constantly monitoring a wheat farm, 68 minutes is the best period of time to wait to mass harvest it. Obviously, if your field was this small, you could just harvest it like one at a time, but I'm talking if you had like a couple hundred wheat plants growing at once. Yeah, that's about it for today's video, so thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, see all you guys later with another video. Okay, bye.